tayo ngayon sa Havana, Cuba, na kung saan nakikita niyo naman po napakalaking espasyo. Bansa na parang pinag-iwanan ng panahon. Kita niyo naman po yung mga kotse, luma, at bibihira ka makita rito ng kotseng makabago. Puro mga nasa 50s, 60s, 70s. Dahil bawal nga yung importation dito ng mga kotse. Depende na lang kung ikaw ay belong to the upper class. May nakita naman ako mga Audi, Mercedes, pero pang mayaman daw yun sa mga taga-embassy. Si Jocelyn naangkop sa panahon yung kanyang shades. Sama si Ralph, pink. Yung pinili niyang kotse, ako sana gusto ko itong red. At yan, ang monumento na kung saan yan daw nagsalita si Fidel Castro. Ito yung aming tour guide. What is that monument?
This is Jose Marti, our national hero.
The national hero?
Yes, and this is the
What's his
square-
name?
Jose Marti.
Jose Marti. In our country, our national hero is Jose Rizal.
Jose Rizal.
See. And what's the significance of this monument?
The monument, that is the base is the star, that is the sovereignty in Cuba.
Okay.
And the six heads that they are surrounding the square are the six provinces that they were in Cuba
Six
before
provinces.
of the revolution.
And you said that's where Fidel Castro did his speech.
When he died, the people came here, many millions of Cuba, to show their respect to Fidel Castro.
Okay.
And also his speech, they were here before of the revolution.
After Fidel Castro is his brother Raul, right?
Raúl.
And now the leader is
Canel, Miguel Díaz-Canel.
Miguel Díaz-Canel, who happens to also be a disciple of
The disciple from Raúl and
Raúl.
the disciple of Fidel Castro.
Fidel. Okay. At sabi niya, the population of Cuba is
2.5 million here in Havana.
in
And
Havana is 2 million.
In general, is 11 million.
11 million in general,
In
the
general.
whole Cuba.
The whole Cuba.
And you said from 11 million it's now down to 9 million.
9.5 because many Cubans they have emigrated to other countries and they don't have made already a sales population because they need to gather in more persons.
So ibig sabihin, wala pong population explosion dito. May population migration palabas ng bansa. At yan po ay dahil sa kahirapan. So nakikita nyo naman po, walang cellphone dito. Wala. Useless ang cellphone. Maliban na lamang sa mga picture-picture, selfie. Sa hotel lang po may wifi. And what is the reason, my friend, why there's no cell phone signal, no telecommunication companies around?
Because that is one of the reason we don't have too many telecommunications around in Cuba, and also the blockade from the United States in Cuba made that is very difficult to have communication in Cuba.
You do have internet, but
But it's
still
not,
very
still
hard to connect.
Very hard to connect.
Yeah. And what is that building where I see the picture of Che Guevara?
Che Guevara.
Okay, what is the significance of that building?
Oh, Che Guevara for us is a very important figure because Che Guevara for us is one of the main figures that they were in the revolution. And normally Che Guevara was in the mountains with Fidel Castro from Mexico to Cuba, and that's why the Cuban people they love a lot Che Guevara.
Wala tayo rito nakitang mga fast food. No McDonald's, no Burger King, no Taco Bell,
No Taco Bells, no Burger King,
no 7-Eleven,
no 7-Eleven,
no Coca-Cola, no Pepsi-Cola.
no Coca-Cola, no Pepsi-Cola, only Cuba.
Only Cuba. Meron silang local soft drinks.
Now you can see that there is beers, but most of the beers that they are in Cuba, they are imported from other countries.
Imported beer.
Yeah.
Pero I've seen some liquor.
Liquor because most of the people they receive that from other countries, Holland, Germany, Nicaragua, Panama. But to create your Coca-Cola here in Cuba is very difficult. It's not with the same quality.
My friend, what's in that building?
That is the telecommunication building. That is the telecommunication building.
That's the building where that responsible for the operation of the communication, telephone communication
You
here.
can see the antenna in the top.
The antenna.
The antenna, and this is Camilo Cienfuegos, that is the second commander more famous of the revolution.
And that guy, gentleman, is
Camilo Cienfuegos.
Camilo Cienfuegos. He's a general.
Yes, he was the second commander that was the right hand from Fidel Castro in the revolution. That is the military building that Raúl Castro, Fidel Castro, he have meeting over there when the big generals, they have to come to that building. It's the army minister building.
And how about that building over there?
That is the National Library with the name Jose Marti of the national hero from Cuba.
Oh, okay.
This square here, the name also is the Trade Union Square because the 1st of May, many workers, they made the big parade over here and they concentrate here to say hi to the high functionaries over there with Cuban flags. The Pope, San Francisco, Benedict, and San John, they came to this square to make big mass in this square.
By the way, he told us yesterday that he is a practicing lawyer and at the same time a tour guide, right?
Yes.
At ang sweldo niya po is 45 euros a month bilang isang lawyer. Parang public attorney's office nila, ang magpapasweldo, a government lawyer siya, 45 euros. Convert yan po sa atin sa pesos, more or less mga 2,000 pesos. Ang layo po sa sinasahod ng mga taga public attorney's office natin sa Pilipinas. Nakagalang-galang talaga dahil maayos ang sweldo. So where are we gonna go, my friend?
Now,
What's next?
we are going to go to the John Lennon Park.
John Lennon.
John Lennon Park.
Why is it called John Lennon?
That is a good question. I always ask to my clients, do you think that John Lennon was in Cuba? And maybe people, they may say me yes or no. I will give you the answer already. John Lennon never was in Cuba.
Okay, if he was never in Cuba, how come a place was named after him?
That is a good question because the thing is that the sister from Okono, together with
Yoko Ono.
Together with Paul McCartney, they decided to create a statue over there where we are going because that is a symbol of rebellion. And there are many young people that they feel identified with the music from the John Lennon and the Beatles in Cuba.
Okay, so Cubans like songs of the Beatles?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so let's go, my friend. Let's go to John Lennon Park. Okay.
Raffy, gracias. I love Raffy. I love you.
So, my friend, what is this museum?
Oh, this museum is very important for the Cubans because over here you have the October crisis missiles that Fidel Castro, after the Bay of Pigs, he have very good relation with Khrushchev. And this is an example from all the things that they get remain from that success that happened over there between the States and Cuba. But the Russians, they were the one who intervened to avoid maybe a third world war.
A few minutes later.
Birthday! Birthday ngayon ni Odette. Nung last time na nag-birthday si Odette na magkasama-sama kami ay sa LA. Ngayon, dito tayo sa Cuba. Sinadya namin magpunta rito para kay Odette lang. Odette is 43. 34. Baliktaran natin. Baliktaran si Odette eh. 34. Okay.
The next day. The next day.
Ito na yung pinaka-exciting part dito sa Bahamas. Tingnan niyo po yung tubig. Makikita niyo po yung tubig. Wow, very clear. Mas clearer pa kaysa Boracay at saka sa Maldives. Sa taas, parang sabi nga ni Ralph, parang nasa ibang planeta raw. Yeah, kumikislap. Blue turquoise, may hambing yung dating pag nasa taas ka sa ere. Ito po yung mga private houses. Dito, nagmamayari mga super milyonaryo. In fact, nabanggit kanina ng captain. You said one of those big houses is owned by?
The Chicago Blackhawks.
That's a basketball team.
Hockey.
A hockey team.
Yes. Yeah.
And you don't own a house here?
No, sir.
We wish.
On this side, not on this side. I have a small little house. It's called Little House on the Prairie.
As you can see, syempre, mayaman tong mga mayanang bahay at nasa dagat sila, sa tabing dagat. It follows na meron silang kakayahang bumili ng mga speedboats. Matching pair yan, walang kotse dahil itong island, maliit lang. Anong gagawin nila sa Ferrari nila? Nila ma-enjoy. So doon na lang sila bumabawi sa mga speedboats. So what's our next stop?
So our next stop, we're gonna head down and go check out the swimming pigs. From here, that ride will be about 12 minutes. But along the way, we're gonna pass by the grotto, so you can see the Thunderball Grotto where he did the movie with Sean Connery, the James Bond movie.
So what's the title of that movie again, James?
It was called Thunderball, done back in 1969. Sean Connery.
I was 9 years old back then.
Really?
And you were probably not born yet. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Ayan po, nakita nyo, kaganda-ganda nitong lugar na ito. This is paradise. Napaganda. Kung matatanda nyo po, or hindi po kayo siguro pinapanganak, 1969, yung Thunderball na pelikula ni James Bond. Dito ra po kinuha yon. Dito ra po nag-shooting sila. So, how are we gonna get in?
Right now at this time to get in, you would go between the opening, and when you get in between that opening, there's an arch in the rock like that, but you have to dive under. Once you dive under, you come to a big opening. Inside the opening, you have lots of fish, lots of tropical fish. You have gray snapper, yellowtail, you have angelfish, you have parrotfish, jacks. You may see a barracuda too.
So, you have to do that by snorkeling?
Yes, by snorkeling.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought there's a space and then there's air that you can breathe.
Oh, you can breathe. Yeah, you can breathe because you're on top of the water. Once you get in, you're on top of the water snorkeling around.
But you have to dive first.
To the top, there are 3 holes. So sunlight shines down in the hole. So you see the sign says absolutely no jumping. People climb up and they jump down. It's a 30 feet drop.
And no fishing as well.
No fishing, no.
Dito na tayo sa tinatawag nilang Island of the Swimming Pigs. As you can see, ang daming turista. Meron pang seaplane. Ayan o. Punong-puno ng mga tourist. Ito yung pinagpipestahan nila. Ito mga pigs. Yan. Mamaya titingnan natin sila yung mga maglalangoy. I-entertain tayo. Ito naman talagang pinunta ng mga turista rito. At isa na kami doon. How do we... Okay, that's the way to call the pigs to go to swim. What kind of food do they eat? Oh, bread.
They love the bread.
They can't hear you though.
Oh, don't worry, they'll hear me.
That's the pig call.
You got a good call, man.
Oh. Galing. Do they have names?
Oh yeah. This is Ginger. She's the oldest one.
Ginger. Yes, Ginger. How old is he? 8?
Yeah, Ginger's 8 years old.
Ginger.
The biggest pig on the island is Dumpling. He weighs 700 pounds.
Where's the alpha pig?
Dumpling, yes. He's somewhere in the bush.
Oh, this is the alpha female? Suit! Ayan o. Suit!
Oh yeah.
Suit!
So what I'm gonna do?
Oliver, up! Thank you, Oliver. Thank you. Oliver, up! Thank you, Oliver. Good boy, Oliver. Oliver, up! 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 Oh! Oliver, up! Oliver, up! Up.
A few moments later. The next day.
Happy New Year! Dito ako ngayon nakatayo sa gitna ng kalsada ng Las Vegas Strip na kung tawagin. As you can see, nakita niyo po. Yan. May kita nyo, sinarado yung mga kalsada. Pwede ka nang maglakad dito, pwede ka umupo sa kalsada, pwede kang sumayaw, pwede ka mag-tumbling-tumbling, anything goes. Pwede ka mag-selfie. On a normal day, hindi pwede mangyari ito. This is the most busiest street dito sa Las Vegas. Ngayon, instead na mga sasakyan, foot traffic ang makikita nyo. Doon, may nag-umpok-umpukan, umpula.
A few moments later.